The last several weeks on the internet have seen false and misleading allegations levied against two prominent content creators, Skeppy and CoryxKenshin. With there being so much noise surrounding these cases, I think that right now is the perfect time to do a deep dive into other times in recent history when allegations have been proven to be false. Because right now it appears as though false allegations are getting more and more common, which is as terrifying as it is enraging. But before we jump into the bigger picture, please allow me to quickly fill you in on what's been happening with Skeppy and Cory. If you want full deep dives, I've already covered Skeppy in my video about cancellation attempts that backfired, and Cory in a standalone video dedicated to his case. I'll link both of them in the description so you can watch them after this video ends. So with that said, let's start with Skeppy. He's a Minecraft YouTuber with 6 million subscribers in case you don't know him, and being labelled a Minecraft YouTuber definitely didn't help him within the initial stages of his allegations. His story kicked off a few weeks ago when two people came forward on Twitter accusing him of being a groomer. The problem? Their claims didn't hold up. The first accuser, known as Kaya, said that it was weird that Skeppy, then in his early 20s, played Minecraft with her when she was 16 years old. She also said that he had previously called her pretty. And according to Kaya, that was the extent of it. He never slept with her, he never abused her, he never asked her for photographs, and so to many people online, this just seemed like a huge nothing burger. The second accuser though claimed that she had dated Skeppy when she was 18 and he was 24. She admitted that their relationship was legal, but also thought that it was immoral. Many people on the internet pointed out that while the age gap was questionable, it was at the end of the day legal, and therefore to cancel him over it seemed unfair. Under pressure, both of the accusers eventually retracted their statements and issued apologies. They admitted, potentially for legal purposes, that they might have misinterpreted things. And within a video response, Skeppy revealed that he was considering taking legal action.
Basically, there was an account that put out some horrible, serious, and fake allegations about me. It had spread on the internet quickly, and eventually it was all taken back and deleted because the accusations were just completely false from the start. I'm glad the users retracted, deleted, or apologized for what they posted, but it certainly did not undo all the harm it caused. So I'm deciding right now if I want to file a lawsuit.
As of the 25th of July 2025, when this video is due to go up, for Skeppy, that's where things stand. Whether this is just an empty threat, or whether he does pursue legal action, we just don't know yet. So let's now talk about Cory's case. His controversy broke roughly a week after Skeppy's. An ex-partner of his accused him of being emotionally manipulative, using her for sex, cheating, and generally being a scummy boyfriend. But that's where things got a bit murky. She released a video where Cory admitted to doing something to her while she was asleep. And that clip sparked serious concern, as some people interpreted it as a confession of assault.
Still on.
It's still on.
Then I woke up again and it was off.
Did you watch me sleep?
Hmm?
Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry, I just got this fetish that I do, you know.
What?
I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
What'd you do, Cory?
Don't worry about it.
Cory?
Good.
Cory, what did you do?
Do nothing. Look, this came right in my face. I didn't do anything.
He did something, and I'm gonna find out on the next episode of
Dragon Ball Z, where you going with this?
Keep in mind that this is the only video of the two of them together that she posted. If the two of them really did go out, and their relationship was as close as she's making it out to be, then you would assume that she would probably have more than one video of the two of them together. So why would she only release this one in particular? What were her intentions? Was it to make it seem as though he assaulted her? She later clarified on her TikTok story that she was not assaulted. But many of her critics were saying that her clarification came much too late, because by the time she came out to disclose that no, he didn't assault me, most of Twitter had already ran away with it and were saying that he had SA'd her. And many people have since been speculating that the reason she came out to clarify this was just so she could cover herself legally. She never clarified in the statements themselves or in their descriptions that she was not assaulted, and the language that she was using did make it seem as though she was. When someone's accused of having no permission, what's the first thing that comes to mind? And sadly, many people jump to believe her immediately without getting any perspective from Cory. As of now, CoryxKenshin has made no response, and given the circumstances, he might never address it. So it appears as though we're at a point on the internet right now where a burner TikTok or Twitter account can come out, they can make all sorts of baseless claims that can't be disproven at first because they didn't happen, make everyone believe these lies, and then when the truth actually comes around, that burner account just ceases to exist, with no legal recourse. The fact that whether it's intentional or not, some people out there have hijacked the MeToo movement to cancel their ex-partners, cancel creators they don't like, or even just to sow chaos. I mean, it's despicable that this kind of thing is becoming more common on the internet. It seems like every few months right now there are allegations made which take the internet by storm, but they're later proven to be absolute malarkey. So let's get into an instance of that happening with our next story. You might be surprised to hear that Skeppy is not the only former member of the Dream SMP to have false allegations come his way. He's in the company of, at the very least, one other creator. Let me take you back to March 2024. This was an extremely volatile time for fans of Minecraft YouTubers given the allegations made against Wilbur Soot, and these allegations then started spawning other allegations made against other members of the Minecraft community, such as George Not Found, Puns, and the next person we're set to talk about, Tubbo. This story begins when a Twitter account known as EmilyLachlan18 posted a tweet that read, "I finally have enough courage to come out with my story about how Tubbo abused me in 2021. I am a victim, here is my story." I'm not going to read out this statement word for word, but pause the video now if you want to give it a full read. Even though, to be honest, there's no point, because this is all confirmed as hogwash. But TLDR, this person claimed that back in 2021, they went to a house party that Tubbo also attended. They say that to fit in, they decided to drink alcohol, went way beyond their limits, and ended up getting severely drunk. They then said that Tubbo offered to give them a ride home, and upon getting into his car, he drove them to a secluded parking lot and tried to make unwanted advancements while they were slipping in and out of consciousness. This tweet was eventually given a community note debunking its legitimacy, but some people still saw it, and in classic Twitter fashion, may have believed what it said before confirming whether or not it was legitimate. The tweet eventually made it to Tubbo, who was live streaming when he received word of it. So the clip that I'm about to show you right now is his live reaction to finding out that he was accused of a sex crime.
Wait, hold the f up a minute. Whoa. Okay, we need to have a real fucking talk right now. I genuinely can't believe what I've just read. No, chat, this isn't a joke. This isn't a joke. We're being 100% serious right now. Like, this is no bullshit right now. I have just been sent by my moderators a tweet accusing me of stuff that has frankly never fucking happened. I'm gonna read it on stream right now. This is my first time seeing this. I can't stress enough how unbelievably untrue this is, and I genuinely don't know what to do. This is what I have just been sent right now by my mods, okay? I'm gonna read it with you right now, and I want to preface this by saying absolutely not a word of this is true.
But that's not where the story ends, as hours later, Emma would tweet out that this was a social experiment showing just how easy it is for something like this to go viral. And she would be right in saying that. Both the CoryxKenshin and the Skeppy allegations went viral before anyone could verify their validity.
So last night, if you remember correctly, someone tweeted out this on a burner account about me, and they clarified today, this is when I come out to say this whole thing was a major fucked up social experiment to show how easy it is for something dumb to go viral. Me and my co friend, what the made fully out of ChatGPT, and that's so fucked up. It isn't a social experiment. It's not a fucked up social experiment. It's a fucking crime. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking criminal, bro. I don't even know what to say. That is definitely the most. I've seen a lot of fucking shit on the internet, but that's definitely the most fucked up I've seen.
However, while this person posed this as an innocent social experiment, a dumb prank that just went wrong, upon doing a bit of research, I found that whoever's behind this does have a much more sinister side than they first revealed. This wasn't a dumb prank or some sort of social commentary. This was intentional. She had initially closed her account upon receiving backlash, but then reopened it a few months later and tried to make it out as if she was some sort of mastermind puppeteer supervillain.
You guys were never close to finding out who I really was.
As if it's someone that we'd actually know and not some basement-dwelling dweeb nobody. Dr. Doom then went on to say that she'll carry on trying to ruin reputations because it's funny to her. This is how it seems as though she gets her kicks. It's one of those things. Allegations of this nature, what could you possibly find funny about it? You are quite literally committing a crime by saying these things. This is literally straight up defamation. The victims who you're reporting on are put through mental strain. You could permanently damage their reputations, and now victims of actual crimes are being doubted because of people like you. And the allegations against both Skeppy and Tubbo now show a clear pattern of former members of the Dream SMP having false accusations held against their name. The fanbase of these guys has always been known to be one of the most parasocial and chronically online toxic fanbases on the entire internet. But these cases might make it appear as though these guys are more susceptible to having false allegations. And that makes you question certain other cancellations. George Not Found's drama was quite infamously divisive. It was a classic case of he said, she said. And Dream, for example, has been able to disprove a lot of the accusations that have come his way, yet he's still plagued with even more allegations. Were these guys more innocent than the internet gave them credit for? Whether or not they were, the next person we're set to discuss was more innocent than the internet initially gave credit to. And of all the creators we're discussing today, he's by far the smallest in terms of online presence. But his story demonstrates that even for smaller, upcoming channels, false accusers don't discriminate when it comes to spreading lies. SVB's story can be traced back to August 2022, when, just like Tubbo before him, he found out he had allegations while live, having messages about the statement be put into his chat. He was told by his moderators to check his Twitter. And that was when he discovered an absolutely sickening piece of information. A twitlonger made by a person only known as Nia was posted to Twitter. The twitlonger claimed that Nia had met SVB, who was almost 30 years old, a year prior when she was only 16 years old. From there, he was accused of grooming and manipulating the minor. To be confronted with a rapidly spreading false allegation of this nature while live must have been a nightmare come true for SVB. He knew for a fact that he was an innocent man. But of course his audience didn't know this, and this kernel of lies had the possibility to expand rapidly. Business Insider claimed that the statement continued, alleging that SVB had asked the fake 16-year-old for topless photos and sent her messages that made her feel uncomfortable. For hours, fans of SVB were kept in limbo, but their panic was short-lived, as a while later, a Twitter account known as Swag Tortoise came out with a post that turned this situation on its head. Swag Tortoise revealed that the entire thing was made up. Just like with Tubbo's accuser, they tweeted out that it was them all along, and they did it just to prove how easy it was to make the internet believe that someone had committed a sex crime. To be honest, considering that we don't know the identity of either Tubbo's accuser or SVB's accuser, who's to say that this isn't the same person? Some sort of serial false flagger? The story would be picked up on several news outlets, as well as on Ludwig's Mogul Mail, where he had this to say about the incident.
It's just a thing. First and foremost for SVB, who has to deal with the ramifications of this on his life, and also for victims in the future, who will want to come out and talk about sexual assault, but might feel worse about it because of the false accusations, and there's going to be a bunch of hard evidence Andes.
As one of the comments on Ludwig's video says, the most messed up part is that the person who faked the SA allegations won't face any punishment, while SVB could have had his whole life ruined. This person's comment really hit the nail on the head. I truly do believe that in the not too distant future, we'll be seeing a lot of lawsuits concerning people who have made these sorts of malicious statements. The fact that Swag Tortoise got away with this absolutely scot-free is terrible. Consequences for this sort of thing are needed. This situation would be put to bed once and for all when SVB came out with a video on Twitter explaining everything that happened, which I'll play for you now.
The whole thing was a prank, and that they simply wanted to show the community how, in their words, cringe it is, and how easily it would cancel anyone. To that end, many people did try to cancel me, although I hate the word, and many people believed the allegations immediately, accusing me of being a pedophile, calling me names that I care really not to repeat right now. And so, in light of all this being exposed as fake, I just wanted to get my thoughts out. This person simply conducted their hoax and then deleted all their social media, never to be seen again, thus dodging all the consequences of their actions.
I don't know guys, this kind of thing is getting much too common. Let me know down in the comment section below if you know of any other false allegations that I haven't included in this video, because at this point there's just so many. If there is a single instance of me clearing the name of an innocent content creator in the mind of someone who's watching this video but didn't know that the allegations had been debunked, then me making this video would have been worth it. But now let's move on to an allegation that is fresh off the stove. The perpetrator of our next false flag clearly has ambitions of being a journalist, but as you'll soon see, it appears as though they'll do anything to get a good scoop, even if that means jumping the gun on allegations at best and willingly spreading false and malicious rumors at worst. Let me paint you a picture. It was a calm Wednesday night, and I had gotten back from a friend's moving away party. I was a drink or two deep, and I get back home. I open up my TikTok to doom scroll for an hour or so before going to bed, and I see a video by Painfully Honest News, who reported on an allegation levied against the Spud Bros. Now, for any non-Brits watching this, the Spud Bros are a social media duo most famous for whipping up what has to be, in my opinion, our country's most fine, delicious food cart delicacy: the jacket potato. And I'm not going to hear any jacket potato slander in the comment section. You will be banned and reported if I hear anything about it. That said, do let me know down in the comment section, how do you guys take your jacket potato? For me, I'm a beans, tuna, cheese melted on top kind of guy, a couple of chives on there, absolutely, chef's kiss, delicioso. Anyway, I'm getting off track. These guys make POVs of themselves cooking jacket potatoes. It's unique, it's harmless, if anything, it's quite heartwarming because sometimes they'll give out spuds for free. However, the other day, a TikTok account known as Painfully Honest News came out with some allegations against these guys. Some allegations that I'm going to play for you in just a moment. And I want everyone watching this just to listen to what he has to say and really think about it.
I've received an alarming allegation about Spud Bros, and I don't really know what to think about it, so I will share it with you, but please remember these are only accusations. These haven't been proven, but this guy says that he used to be a moderator for Spud Bros. Apparently, they have changed the company name 3 times for tax purposes. Also, apparently, they like very young girls, and they prey on young girls. Also, what else did he say? He also added about their mother, Helena, who apparently refers to Spudman as Jimmy Savile, plus loads of other crap. I'll put the screenshots of the email on here so you can see what I've been told in more detail. But the thing is, I did try to reply to this email saying, like, have you got like screenshots? Have you got anything to back up your claims? But it's an anonymous email, so when I sent it back, it did not go through. You can only basically receive it. You can't send a message back to them. So I just wanted to show you obviously what I've been sent. Like I say, I can't confirm or deny this because the guy or the girl didn't let me send a message back. But if any of this is true, like the tax purposes, or, you know, referring to Spudman as Jimmy Savile, or, you know, some merchandise history with some debts, that was another allegation. If any of those are true, then we really do need to know about this.
Okay, so this video went down about as well as you'd expect. People in the comment sections were calling him a neaky, unemployed virgin. Here is the massive problem that I have with this video. The source is 100% completely unverified. He says that he received an email from a former moderator. Okay, how do we know that this guy is actually the ex-moderator of the Spud Bros? He doesn't provide any proof whatsoever. And this opens up a massive can of worms because it means that he could receive any email or comment from someone who claims to know someone else and that person can just be spreading fake lies and rumors about them, and this guy will report on it. Worse yet, he could send an email over to himself if he wanted to, and then turn on the camera and then report on those lies, and then just hide behind the fact that these are allegations and say that he can't be attacked. Oh no! Here's a message I received about Painfully Honest News from an insider source. It says that he likes to dress up in a gimp suit and wear nipple clamps while watching Caillou marathons. I can't confirm or deny if this is true. These are just allegations, guys, so you can't attack me in the comments section. I'm just the reporter. Don't shoot the messenger, guys! Painfully Honest News would respond to the hate within a video that makes me even more suspicious about his intentions.
Spud Bros accusations. So I've done a video about some accusations that I was told via an email, and all I'm getting now is complete hate from their little minions, the Spud Bros little minions. But you see, all the comments are saying, like, I said it's all true. That's how they think the video went, when it wasn't anything like that. They twisted it. So I said I can't confirm if it's true or false. So it could be true, it could be false. That's exactly what I said. I didn't say it's all true, same as I didn't say it was all false. The reason of the video wasn't for it to go mad. It was just, I wanted to see if there was someone out there that wasn't, a moderator, because the person who told me this information said they used to be a moderator for Spud Bros and how bad, their mum was, Helena, all the abuse and things that this moderator was getting from their mum, stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't really mention that in the last video, but that was another one that I was told. So if anyone in the Spud Bros world, I don't really watch them. I prefer Spudman. Well, I did until he said I need to do some more research. It was a bit harsh. That comment was a bit harsh. But yeah, I'm going off topic. So if anyone does know some information, or they can confirm or deny what I said in the videos, then please email me at painfullyhonestnews@gmail.com. And like I say, I'll just reiterate it one more time for the people in the back. I cannot, okay, open your ears, I cannot confirm or deny anything that I said, hence why I said accusations.
Calling the haters of his video Spud Bros minions does make it seem as though he might have some sort of agenda or bias against the Spud Bros. Long story short though, he was not happy with the hate that he was receiving. But then things took a wild turn. After even more hate and backlash from the Spud Bros community, this Spud decided to make a third installment where he revealed a very interesting piece of information. So I'll just let this video speak for itself.
Spud Bros is threatening me with legal action because a video that I made very recently. I'll show you and read out the email that I have just received. We are aware of the video you have published regarding Spud Bros. The content is false, defamatory, and shared with a reckless disregard for the truth. Never said it was true. Several of the claims fall under serious defamation, malicious falsehood, and publication of harmful false statements under UK law. You repeatedly disclaimers do not protect you. Framing harmful allegations as just accusations, well, you just admitted it, I didn't say it was true, does not reduce your liability. It remains a clear legal violation and will be treated as such. We have preserved all material and are conducting a full legal and forensic review. Remove the video immediately if it remains online, or if this message is shared. Legal proceedings will begin without further warning. Now, I will not be bullied, okay? I will not be bullied to say which videos stay and which videos don't. This is my channel. It's called Painfully Honest for a reason. It is quite painful for some people to take. Once again, I will, alliterate that I didn't say it was true.
I mean, maybe it's all true. Maybe they are tax evading nonsense, but I'm going to need a lot more proof than the words of an alleged ex-moderator. And if it isn't true, what does he do? Does he just send them an apology? This man wants to be a journalist. Has he forgotten that journalists verify their sources? But then, just when you thought that this man couldn't sink any lower, he does the unthinkable. He sinks even lower. Now, these are just allegations, guys, so you can't sue me and you can't leave hate. But he recently recorded an audio interview with the alleged ex-employee, and some people think that he's talking to an AI chatbot which is posing as the ex-moderator. Okay guys, quick little update here. This is post-editing Fox. The video was unfortunately removed before I got the chance to download it, and there are no backups on the Wayback Machine. I'm really annoyed with myself for not downloading it. I did share it with Jaden Salads, another YouTuber, and you can see right here that he's in a different shirt and he's talking about the Spud Bros. There's a picture of them there. But unfortunately, his account hasn't been archived, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. I mean, this guy might completely fuck up his life within 3 videos. He could get sued for this. But how is publishing unverified allegations of this nature content in 2025? I just don't know. This kind of thing is not going away anytime soon. And let me be crystal clear when I say this. This video has not been made to tell you to disregard any victim statements once they come out. I hope that my content on this speaks for itself. We should listen to victims, but we should also keep in mind that they could be wrong, they could misinterpret things, they could just straight up be lying. We shouldn't be too hasty to jump to conclusions before we get proof, context, and 2 sides of a story. That said, I'd have no problem with it if you're hasty to jump over to my video on when cancelling a creator backfires. If you haven't seen it yet, in that video I go over instances of times where cancellation attempts went wrong, whether it be because they were based on lies or because they did more damage to the accuser than the accused. It's a fantastic video, definitely go check it out. Aside from that, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.